GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Govi, a vernacular edutech brand, skilling everyone everywhere.
In my head, if Priyanka Chopra is not afraid of starting from zero, who are you, Mrunal? If she can do it, you can do it too. No, I'll age on screen. I did a couple of commercials before even entering into this film industry where I had to play mother of like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, which Shivan sir, Dulquer sir, they made it. And he's like, I'm so sorry, Mrunal, I have to age you. I said, sir, I am playing a character and I have immense respect for Paps, but they just take videos. I don't know what happens at the edit table. Sometimes people forget that yes, we are a public figure, but we also deserve respect. And it's really not nice to focus and put slow-mos. And Priyanka mentioned that at some premiere she had a fall, and there was a paparazzi who said, "It's okay, PC. We got this. You settle down first." And then there's not even a single video of her falling in that outfit. And
fathers are beautiful, and your father has stood by you. My father has stood by me.
Dad, oh my God, he is the reason why I'm here. There were times where I wanted to give up, quit. This is my last film. This is my last film. I keep saying that always. This is my last film, Papa. I said no. He's like, no, do it. Do it. Somebody who lost their child said that this song feels like a message from my child.
In cinema today, very rarely do you come across characters on screen where you watch somebody play it and feel like nobody else could have done it better than that. I am a 90s kid, and we've had those moments growing up in the 90s, but now there are examples, but very few and far in between. But in the last 2 years, there have been 2 examples, and both by the same actress, Mrunal Thakur, when she played Sita Mahalakshmi in Sita Ramam, and now Yashna in Hi Nana, Hi Papa, however you want to call it. And I think we are all floored by her. Without any further ado, thank you for doing this, Mrunal, for Galatta India. And I genuinely mean it when I say that the films that I'm speaking about, nobody else comes to my mind when I think of those 2 characters. You've played it like that.
This is my biggest achievement, You see, I want to clap for myself.
Yay! We will do it, everybody.
Thank you. What an introduction, and it's so beautiful to just sit across you and talk about movies. And you have been a part of Sita Ramam.
Yes!
And but I'm just so happy to be doing this and just discuss movies and the characters and everything. Shoot me your question.
Mrunal, I remember you from Love Sonia.
Yeah.
I will start off with that. I have always gone back and circled back to that conversation where it was such a wonderful conversation. The kind of films that you have taken up, not many among your peers would have taken those kind of risks. The fact that they have paid off well was after. Yeah. But when they came to you, a lot of actors, like when I look at Alia and always praise that you did a Highway as your second film, it's like guts to do that, despite, after Student of the Year. And I think you started off with Love Sonia, and a film that was so special to you, but also so difficult to get to people. But when it did, people really, really loved you. How have you seen people's perception in the industry especially change about you in the last 2 years?
However, I wish I started with a commercial film and then did Love Sonia, because we would have gotten more eyeballs.
Absolutely.
But nevertheless, the character was such that it needed to be a raw, a girl who's never seen before, because there's a certain image that the girl had, yeah, and sympathy that she needed, and she was vulnerable. And I think that vulnerability, I may not have it today, but I had it then. And I'm glad that Love Sonia is my first, and it's always a special. It was a tough one because in the time where there was no OTT platforms, we released Love Sonia, and the kind of love and appreciation I got outside of India was incredible. Is later when we started doing film festival, and where at Melbourne Indian Film Festival, yeah, the film was the opening film, and I met some really beautiful filmmakers, and that's how my Bollywood journey began. So people ask me, they say that, oh, Sita Ramam is a turning point. No, for me, my turning point was Love Sonia.
Yes.
because that's when the actual opportunity I got to perform and shine. I think it's only because of Love Sonia I'm getting roles like Pooja Meri Jaan, Sita Ramam, Hi Nana, Jersey, and I really am happy that these are very close to my heart. They're not just movies, Nayan. These are the films which
Emotions. I feel
they're
that.
emotions, and people discuss it even today. Like they study it. For them, it's a Bible of love, romance, or whatever you call it.
Sisterhood. And I feel, before I move to my next question, because you said something that I'm going to counter. But when you speak about Love Sonia, as a newcomer, you are already a very, very well-established star. And then having a movie like that where you have really given your blood and sweat, and we all know about it. When people watch the movie, they respect you for doing that. But when it was releasing, there were a lot of issues with the release. It got delayed and postponed for so long because nobody was ready to buy it. And did that in the beginning of your career, when you're starting off, did that really hit you hard?
It did. And that kind of altered my choices of films also. Because in my head, I was naive, I was new, I didn't know what worked, I had nobody to look like, who I could ask for suggestions. But there were few people around me who always helped me. They asked me, if you like the script, do you like the script? And I'd be like, no, yeah, why do you want to do the film? And trust me, until today, I've not done a script if I've not liked it.
True.
Because I believe that if I'm doing a movie, I need to give my 100%. Otherwise, I don't want to take that one seat away from that, the deserving one. If you don't take decisions for yourself, someone else would. And I don't think you'll be happy with that journey. So you'd rather be happy. Decide, even if you fail, it's okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, we'll start from the beginning.
Absolutely. When you say that you are not vulnerable anymore to the extent that you were in Love Sonia, I beg to differ. With now I will come to the pointers that I have noticed. I notice an amazing similarity or a parallel universe between Sita Mahalakshmi and Yashna. And in many, many scenes, I get reminded of both the characters, and especially the marriage scene. And I feel like the interval point, I don't want to say it for people who they haven't watched it, because if you look at it from a point of view, what happens in Sita Ramam, it's almost similar, only the character, the arcs change, the viewpoints change, but it is magically emotional and vulnerable. How do you manage to do that? Have you read those compliments? I think there is. Did you notice the similarities?
I did notice, and I don't know, yaar, it's just magic, ये सोच के नहीं होता है, बस हो जाता है. And I'm really blessed because whoever, like all my colleagues, all my friends who I have been meeting, they said, oh my God, Mrunal, we're so jealous of you that you got to play characters like Yashna and Sita. I don't think there are many roles written like this, and I'm glad that it came to me first. And if I can make the sort of a difference in the industry by letting the women, we're not just there to look beautiful.
Yeah.
It needs to be. And so many stories in our real lives are driven by women or for women, or, because of them we are what we are.
True.
So why not give them that credit on screens as well? And I'm happy that we're celebrating women on screen. And characters like Yashna and Sita are getting appreciated. And I hope that it's just not limited to Telugu industry, but it is everywhere, be it Marathi, be it Hindi. And I'm really looking for that ek sandhi ashi. Ji ayushatul lokanna ekdam marte. I want that sandhi I wanted to perform in Hindi, in Telugu, in Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, whatever languages I can speak.
Absolutely.
And just like give a surrender, Yanan, because I'm so possessive about these characters I play that and I fight sometimes creative there, and the creative discussions are so important. Why is Sita the way Sita is? And if I do this, would it still be Sita? Or kabhi when you're doing some scenes and suddenly a song comes and that song totally breaks the flow of the character. Because, and I don't blame anybody, it's because it's also as an actor how much true you are to your character. Would you do that? You know,
So you question all of that.
you have to question it, and otherwise the character will get diluted. Otherwise you will see Sita, you will see Sonia, you will see Yash, you'll see everything. You won't see like why is Sita and Yashna so different yet similar? Because they're relatable. The one thing that you see common between both of them are they're women who listen to their heart and who listen to their mind, and they take their own decisions. What is not similar about Yashna and Sita is they're born in different generations.
Absolutely, I was going to say that.
Different eras. So they think differently, and also the medical condition that Yashna had, Sita didn't. But what is common between both of them, and especially when it comes to Yashna, what I learned from her is when it comes to love, I loved you I will love you more than yesterday and less than tomorrow.
But how? How do you manage to make, like, I have cried watching Sita Ramam. I am crying watching this movie, and I feel like
during family stuff.
You will, I know, but I just feel like when there are very few actors, my mom always tells me, okay, when I was a kid also, there are few actors, when they cry on screen, and if they can make you feel the pain that they're going through, they are really good actors, and you're one of them. And I'm genuinely saying this, you and Kiara, I've seen these two people, whenever you cry, I feel like crying. Like, even I know it's a scene, I know it's not the reality, but I would just break down. And I'm possibly speaking on behalf of a lot of other people, because other people are going to come to you and speak to you about it, because I know that they have cried too. So how do you do that? And possibly this is the best compliment that can one give an artist, right?
You know, Nayan, it's so beautiful that you just noticed it. And I cry myself. I remember I was watching Gulmohar and I was wearing my mom's sari, and that sari's pallu was drenched into my tears and my nose was running. And I love to just go with the flow, understand the character. My favorite pastime is to look outside the window when I'm traveling in the car. You know, even when you don't know the sound, the audio, what these guys are talking, I want to read their mind and their lips as to what is this person thinking while he's buying vegetables or he's driving the car or sitting with his family waiting for the bus to arrive. I think that's, you know, how rooted you are, and then when it reflects on screen, there's nothing magical, like that. There's nothing extra namak that you need to add. You just have to be true to the character, and you have to forget that you are a Mrunal Thakur, or you are an actress who's popular in Hindi or whatever. I mean, you just have to put all your guards down and just surrender and just have zero inhibitions, and don't worry about, am I looking good, am I looking nice, how is my hair, my makeup, my costumes. No, that's not my department. My department is to create characters where people, when they're sitting in the theater, when they're sitting in that seat, I want them to be transformed to that world, that universe which nobody has ever stepped into. And I feel like human drama is something, a lot of films are not being made lately, and that's why we are missing those emotions.
But when they are being made like this. Do you take pride in the fact, like there was a point of time where Priyanka Chopra said that when she moved to Hollywood, she had to completely restart as a newcomer. You have not done that once, you've done it twice now. After getting so much success on TV, you had to start thrice. Yes, thrice, actually thrice. How do you manage to do that?
See, Nayan, there are very less people, like Priyanka Chopra is my inspiration. When she said that, and in my head, if Priyanka Chopra is not afraid of starting from zero, who are you, Mrunal? If she can do it, you can do it too. And I mean, look, I have blossomed and I am extremely proud. Her journey is different, my journey is different, but what matters is we both didn't give up. And Priyanka is the one who always motivated, and oh my God, the way she speaks, the way she puts like her, the way she would inspire the younger generation. You know, I never miss her interviews, I never miss her podcasts, and I think we really need more women like Priyanka Chopra who would bring out the best and would not. I mean, I'm not afraid of taking up any role, be it mother, be it sister, be it anybody. Like, you give me a scene and I'll transform into it. I'm not afraid to do it. Are you afraid to do that? I'm like, give me a scene, I want to perform. And I think that confidence is very important. You need to own yourself. You need to own your body. You need to own your flaws. And if
Absolutely.
not, if you're afraid of, oh no, this is my problem, people are going to look at it as problem. But when you are so comfortable about it, people will like, oh, look at her, she's owning it, let me own. And trust me, there are so many beauty standards, this standard, this formula, commercial film, do this, that, and there's so many voices. It's like it's like echoing literally. And sometimes in the city of Mumbai, you can't even hear your own thoughts. You can't even hear yourself breathe. What do? You switch off. Like, even Instagram has a mute button. That's what you need to put that on in your head. You need to just mute, and focus on what you believe in. I feel like there are so many opportunities in Indian cinema. I'm not saying there are not. There are.
Absolutely.
But because of this formula, everything, we're so afraid of
even giving it a try. Yeah,
because no, I'll age on screen. I did a couple of commercials before even entering into this film industry, where I had to play mother of like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, which Shivan sir, Dulquer sir, they made it. And he's like, I'm so sorry, Mrunal, I have to age you. I said, sir, I am playing a character. I'm not actually going to be a mother. And people also know that I'm a performer. And there's so many women in India who had children at a really young age. I mean, let's celebrate those.
Absolutely. My mother was a mother when she was 18 years old. And another time when she was 28 years old. Only that she was happier when she was 18.
Wow.
I have been like, but now I have to ask you this because you said it. I would have come to it towards the end of it. But there's so much to talk. We have had these conversations when you talk about beauty standards. Everybody today respects you for the artist you are. But there are Instagram videos, there are paparazzi videos where, let's just put it that the focus is
somewhere else.
Yes, on particular body parts, and it reduces the essence of being a woman. And they don't do that to men so easily. And I have not seen that, except a few.
Why would they?
Except one person, I will tell you who. They focus for him also. But do you feel that how do you tackle this? Does it get to you sometimes? Because you're usually a very calm person, but I know that you don't like it at all.
I have a person called Arun in my life who will always tell me, ma'am, paps ahead by अरे हमें सुबड़ी बने आगे से left वहाँ से हम लोग but having said that, yes, it's tough, and I have immense respect for paps, but they just take videos. I don't know what happens at the edit table. Sometimes people forget that yes, we are a public figure, but we also deserve respect, and it's really not nice to focus and put slow-mos. And again, let me come back to Miss Priyanka Chopra. My God, Priyanka mentioned that at some premiere she had a fall, and there was a paparazzi who said, "It's okay, Prissy, we got this. You settle down first." And then there's not even a single video of her falling in that outfit. And I mean, so nice, like that's respect. And I think respect cannot be asked; it can just be given. So I would just like to request all the people out there. I mean, we're not comfortable. There will be just a day where I say no to pap videos, which I don't want to, because the paps are so lovely.
Yeah, they are lovely. They're
lovely. And
it's all on the edit.
Nayan, before having this conversation with you, I've had this conversation with them as well, and they were truly helpless.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I don't know whom to blame, and I don't want to speak too much because bolne ke daant dikhte hain. But having said that, if a lot of actresses would support me in this conversation, we can find a solution, because then it is just a conversation, and फिर बातों का फिर कोई फायदा नहीं है.
I think it will. I think it is a conversation start, and that's why I asked you, because we had that conversation too. And I genuinely, know me, I am against these stupid fall videos, stupid wardrobe malfunction videos. If I ever do that in my career, and I'm talking about me, I'm not talking about the companies that, again, the edit table, I don't care. If I am doing it, I will retire that very day. I would never ever do that, because that's something that I don't sign up for at all. Having said that,
Well, thank you for mentioning this, because a lot of actresses want to get spotted sometimes because it's an event, everyone is there, but how and why? So I'm just so scared because, koi ek galti na ho jaye, because we're constantly living in that fear. But I just hope that they just are human and it's not a property that they own. So they have to be very mindful of what they shoot and how they shoot.
absolutely, and why not? They must be careful. Everybody has to be a little more human. That's all. That's.
I think the word that we are both missing is kind.
Kind.
We have to be kind and
human, yeah.
And I think that's the sweetest thing which is missing, just to be kind enough. And not just in pop culture. I'm talking about everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever you go.
Speaking of kindness, I remember this incident where you were one of the kindest to me. And you have always been kind to me, but you are the only person in the room who took a stand for me when I was being disrespected by somebody. And I will never, ever forget that.
Because it's not right, And I will, no matter who that person is, I'll always stand up for the person who's right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I'm wrong, you can always stand against me.
I will tell you. As the
I know
first
you
person.
would.
That's
You
what
would.
I do. In the films, also the kind of roles I play. I have like this bunch of people who are from the industry who will call me, who will give me an update about what they felt about the character. But the first thing I asked was what you didn't like about the film.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad to have those people in my life because they're not afraid to tell me कि ये तूने गलत किया है. और कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं जिनको गलत नहीं सुनना अच्छा लगता. Like if someone is telling me that I'm wrong, I don't want to hear it. But I want to hear it because I want to be better in my next film. So please surround yourself with people who are not afraid to tell you that. And also there's a way of putting things across.
Yeah.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Absolutely. It's always that. It's always that. When you talk about the film, the emotion of a father is something that I'm extremely close to my mother, and everybody gets to see me like do fun stuff with my mom on Instagram and stuff because my mom is a more open and outgoing and like me. My father and brother, they're very quiet, but I've started forcing them to do that. What I have realized is I always felt it. It's not like my father listens to me the most in the house. Like if he's having a fight, the only person he'll listen to is me because I understand his emotional graph the most. I understand him, and it's a fact. Sometimes we overlook
Analyze.
overlook. Yeah, no, we overlook the sacrifices that a father makes. I feel like they're always fending for us. The conditioning is such that they will go out, they'll work, and they'll deliver things so that we don't sacrifice and suffer. But in that pace, I always feel like I want to give my father the life that he missed for the 42 years that he's been working for the family. And I hope I do. That's my only motivation. I'll get emotional when I speak about it. But fathers are beautiful. And your father has stood by you. My father has stood by me. And I know that when little things happen, the little things that they do, I want to understand, how do you look at those moments where maybe your father, you saw that pride in your father's eyes?
I think that vulnerability you asked me, I think it all also comes from my dad, and every time whichever film I'm doing or I'm a part of, I will always relate it to my personal life, which is not sometimes always right because it takes a toll on your mental health also. And in fact, I just got a little not scolding, like a sweet suggestion from my director, Shaurya Garu. He said, please do not take these characters home. And you take them home. But having said that, Dad, oh my God, he is the reason why I'm here. There were times where I wanted to give up, quit. This is my last film. I keep saying that always. This is my last film, Papa. He said, no. He's like, no, do it. There's so many other girls who actually just give up without doing. Why are you giving them a reason to? Because so many people look up to you. You can't just quit. If the story is good, okay. Same thing Shaurya Garu also said. He said, when a woman gets pregnant, kind of pain that she goes through, But the moment she sees the baby, the 3 seconds she forgets everything that she went through. So in my head, I get so much strength from my family, from my dad. And my dad's actually called Nana Sahib in the house. So when the film's announcement happened that it's Hi Nana, I said, Papa, this is Hi Nana. And then the family star came. Announcement, I said, Hi Nana, family star. I keep cracking his jokes and he really enjoy it. He was at the awards yesterday with me where they were felicitating me and calling me the Maharashtra Chishan. And it feels so good कि मराठी मुलगी तेलुगु इंडस्ट्री में जाऊन सुंदर एक छाप छोड़ते हैं. So a lot of credit goes to him and he's very proud and I feel so good about it. And they say no कि लड़का चाहिए. He told me once that you are my son. And I felt so good about it.
Yeah. I thought obviously, the problem with me is that I was 6 years old when my father had a heart issue. And I remember that on a Saturday he was admitted and he had a heart attack. And my brother was 16. And on a Tuesday he came back and on Thursday he had to be readmitted because he had another heart attack and his pulse dropped down to 29, sorry. And, it's been like 25 years technically. As we speak, it is the 26th year. And I still have that fear of losing him. Like the reason why he listens...
Longer.
Yeah,
Last week.
he has to.
Whenever you dream or when you have this fear, they live longer.
Yeah. And like the thing is that because of my fear, he listens. Like if he's not taking his medicines, he knows that I react out of fear of losing him and he listens to me immediately. And I feel fathers are very special. This movie made me... I love my dad a lot.
I'm so happy that this is the film which, my God, it's a very emotional... I don't know if I should say this on camera, but okay.
You should.
It's okay. When the songs released, of the film and the relationship between Mahi and Virat, somebody who lost their child said that this song feels like a message from my child. My friend who's lost her father. Oof. Stop.
Yeah, it is tough. But Mrunal, you have actually been that face to a lot of those people who dare to dream and live their dreams today. When you started, the situation was not so easy. Today, because of actors like you, it's still not. But it's when we see actors like you get the parts that you guys are getting, it makes you believe that there is a way. There's a scope. There is an opportunity somewhere if you are really talented. That is also the thing.
Am I talented?
You are extremely talented.
Yeah, I want to know that.
But you know it. You know it.
Seriously, Nayan, that I just want to tell this younger generation that there's nothing called instant. And the life is so simpler. It's very simple. It's only when you hit 40s you'll realize, or you'll hit 50s you'll realize that how simple the life is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm noticing my parents around me and through them I'm discovering that life actually is all about simplicity.
Yeah.
And it's even more beautiful, when you don't have ye main khodungi insecurities. And sometimes I think what is important is for us to understand that these are the emotions we need to experience. Because most of people are afraid to experience sadness, loneliness, insecurity, to be jealous. I mean, why not? I mean, these are natural human tendencies.
Yeah.
And if you're able to feel that and resonate with the characters you play and implement all these things into it, trust me, the scenes, the script, the film is going to look so nuanced and
true.
It will, like I said, it's really, really important to just surrender. Don't worry about what happened 10 years ago. It was not difficult then, it's not difficult even today. And trust me, there are days where I really want to give up. And I say sometimes, this is my last film. I'm done. I'm really done. But fortunately, somehow I come across people who are truly passionate about cinema, who truly want to make movies. Like, they want to raise it like their own baby.
Yeah.
And when I meet such people, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do next.
Yeah.
It's not the producers that excite me or the hero that excite me anymore. I only see
The character.
and the director actually, his vision and how hungry he is to cook this story.
Absolutely. But you know, you will be doing films till you're 100, and you better be doing those interviews with me till I am also 100.
Oh yeah, of course, let's aim for that.
Absolutely. But go जाते जाते सिर्फ यही बोलूँगा कि you have been one of those people who has transcended borders, boundaries and languages. And I read a Reddit post where they say that not many actors have been able to do that wonderfully well. And you have done that. And today when you have acted with actors like Dulquer, you've acted with Rashmika, Vijay and Nani. I want to know, what is it that you notice personally, on a personal point of view, not from a professional point of view, what is it that you notice is different between the four of them? Like, what do you take away from them?
Rashmika's energy. She's always on her toes. I love that about her. And like I said, she's again a feisty woman. Like I've never seen girls who are like not afraid of choosing paths. Like Afreen, she did it, and wow, I don't think anyone apart from Rashmika could do Afreen. And the way she played it.
Yeah.
But again, अगर मैं यहाँ मुझे कुछ साल पहले कुछ लोग कहते कि ये मत करो, ये part मत करो. But I'm happy that she's taking her own decisions. And look at her, oh my God.
But you also would have done it. मत करो बोलने से भी क्या होता है? You listen to your own voice.
No, but छोटा है तो मत करो. शायद मैं सुन भी लेती because I was new there.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that people are now choosing roles because they love that part so much. Be it Vijay, I think he's very calm, he's very focused. And I love that about him. Nani Garu, he's very instinctive and he's aware about the cameras and everything. And he'll always, if something is not right, he'll just like have a conversation with me and explain it to me that Mrunal, Yashna. And you know, I like that, like, because I'm not Mrunal, I'm Yashna at that point of time. And he would tell me that maybe if you could try this. So all these inputs I keep getting from him, also because he's so experienced. So it's really nice to keep getting that constantly, what do you say, like a feedback or something like. And I look up to it because sometimes what I think and sometimes when I go on sets and that one suggestion would just elevate the scene. Dulquer, he is not afraid to perform in languages. And I think one of the reasons why I'm working in multiple languages is because of him. I've seen him and he's so... like courageous, if I can say so. He's never shied away from choosing scripts. He's always, but I don't think he's aware about how wonderful of a performer he is.
True.
He'll always put him like, really? Pare, you need to know, like I was discussing one scene with Jigar earlier that it's because of Ram, we believed in those butterflies actually went to Sita.
Yeah.
I never looked at those butterflies. I only looked at Ram's performance.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ram wouldn't look at Sita the way he did, there won't be any craze for Sita. So he doesn't take the credit. And sometimes I'm like, can you just like accept it? But I like that he's so humble, he's so down to earth, and he's constantly working hard. Yes. If you don't know anything, he'll Google and he'll figure something out and find out people. He's like, what is this? How did this happen? So intelligent.
But I think, there are more people. I wish there are more people like you, and also more human beings like you, because artist बहुत है, अच्छे artist भी बहुत है, but अच्छे इंसान बहुत कम है. और
thank you.
And I know, and I can tell this to your family, that they are immensely proud of you as an artist for your art, but they should be even more proud of how they have raised you and what you are as a human being. And thank you for doing this.
Thank you. I'm so happy. My heart is so sick. Thank you. Love you. Hi, this is Mrunal Thakur and you're watching us on Galatta India.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Govi, a vernacular edutech brand, skilling everyone everywhere.